Have you ever tried to navigate a maze blindfolded? That's pretty much what it's like running a warehouse without good data. Today, we're going to talk all about warehouse visibility, how to take that blindfold off and get crystal clear on your entire operation.
This quote absolutely nails it. Operating blind means you're just guessing, right? Are you about to run out of a best-selling item? Are your pickers taking the most efficient routes? Without data, you honestly have no idea. You're just constantly reacting to problems instead of actually getting ahead of them.
So let's make this personal for a second. Right now, could you tell me with 100% certainty where SKU number 1-2-3-4-5 is and exactly how many units you have? If you're hesitating, or if the answer is anything but a confident yes, then you are feeling the effects of low visibility firsthand.
And that's the reality for so many warehouses. You're basically operating in the dark. It's a world of sticky notes, gut feelings, and spreadsheets that are out of date the second you hit save.
So what's causing all this blindness? Well, it's usually a mix of things. Maybe you don't have a dedicated warehouse management system, a WMS, so you're stuck relying on messy spreadsheets. Maybe there's no barcode scanning, so every single item movement is a ghost in the system. And here's the real kicker. When the data you do have is wrong, your staff stops trusting it. And that just makes the data even worse. You get stuck in this vicious cycle.
And listen, this isn't just some small headache. Operating blind has a real, measurable cost. It eats into your profits, it frustrates your customers, and it totally stunts your company's growth.
This lack of visibility, it creates this chain reaction, this downward spiral. And it all starts with one simple, brutal fact. You have no reliable data.
And if you can't measure what's happening, well, you have absolutely zero control over it. You can't really manage your inventory or direct your team with any confidence.
Which of course means that any effort to improve is pretty much doomed from the start. I mean, how can you fix what you can't even see?
And here's what that pain actually looks like in the real world. Stock mismatches mean you're promising customers items you don't actually have. Wasted time searching for products and fixing errors drives your labor costs through the roof, and ultimately it all ends with unhappy customers getting the wrong orders. Every single one of these, it's a direct hit to your bottom line. Okay, so that's the problem. And yeah, it's a big one. This brings us to the most important question, right? How do you fix this thing without a massive budget or some huge IT project? Let's talk solutions.
The good news is you don't have to boil the ocean here. You can start with some really powerful, low-cost, quick wins that are going to give you immediate results. It's time to start lifting that blindfold.
Here are 5 things you can pretty much do right away. First, start scanning barcodes. Even cheap scanners feeding into a simple spreadsheet will revolutionize your traceability. Second, build simple dashboards. You can use Excel or Google Sheets to track key numbers like picks per hour. Third, make it a rule. Log everything in real time, no exceptions. Fourth, start cycle counting. It helps you find and fix errors, which starts to rebuild trust in your data. And 5, standardize your labels for products and locations. It sounds so simple, but it is absolutely critical for accuracy.
And just look at the transformation this kicks off. You go from a team that's basically working from memory to a team guided by real-time data. You get to ditch those messy, outdated spreadsheets for clear, simple dashboards. And most importantly, you stop making decisions based on gut feel and start making them based on cold, hard facts.
Now, those quick wins, they're fantastic for stopping the bleeding. But for real, sustainable, long-term health, you've got to build a system that's ready for the future.
This is where you build that lasting foundation. Implementing a cloud-based warehouse management system, a WMS, is more affordable today than it's ever been. Then you can integrate that with your ERP system so the warehouse is connected to the rest of the business. You could even explore things like RFID for your high-value items. But check out that last point, building a data-driven culture. Technology is just a tool, right? Your team has to be trained, they have to buy in, and they have to be empowered to use it.
So you've got all this great data flowing in. Now what? Visibility is pretty useless if you don't know what you're looking at. And that's where key performance indicators, or KPIs, come in. They tell you the health of your operation in a single glance.
Think of these as the vital signs for your warehouse. Stock accuracy? That tells you if what's on your screen is actually on your shelves. Order accuracy is basically your customer happiness score. And something like picks per hour is a direct measure of your team's efficiency. Every metric here answers a critical question about how you're doing.
And this is the power of a good dashboard in action. A manager might see 99.1% accuracy and feel pretty good, but that little 0.9% of inaccuracy, that's where the opportunity is. Data like this doesn't just give you a score. It points you directly to the next problem you need to solve.
Or take this one, picks per hour. The key here is that this data isn't for blaming worker B. Nope. This is a starting point for a question. Does worker B need more training? Is their picking zone a total mess? See? Visibility turns finger pointing into actual problem solving.
So after all that, let's just tie it all together. This is what warehouse visibility really is. It's the power that comes from having reliable, real-time data that lets you see, control, and ultimately improve every single aspect of your operation.
And that brings us to the ultimate payoff, doesn't it? Visibility isn't about hoarding data. It's about driving action. The right KPIs tell you exactly where to focus your energy, and they confirm whether the changes you're making are actually working.
Whether you know it or not, your warehouse is generating data every single minute of every single day. That data is telling a story of what's working and what's broken. The only question left is, are you ready to listen?